Good morning and welcome back to another episode of the Euros Daily Debrief. What a game it was yesterday in Dortmund between Turkey and Georgia. Now, this is the kind of game that I think is sort of pure Euros fever. I think this is the type of game that I love to see at Euros between two nations who have a lot to prove, particularly Turkey after a disappointing campaign in Euro 2020 3 years ago. Georgia coming into their first tournament, also the atmosphere, the fans that they've got, the joy that they had in the stadium, the noise was just incredible. The red wall behind the goal in Dortmund, obviously where the Turkey fans were situated, and it was just phenomenal. But I think what makes that kind of game, so brilliant is the quality on show in terms of the players. Yilmaz, Arda Güler, and Hakan Çalhanoğlu for Turkey, and Kvicha Kvaratskhelia for uh, for Georgia. And on the pitch, they all had their moments. I mean, Güler's goal was phenomenal. But the pace of the game was just incredible. I think this was the game of the tournament, and I'm not surprised because, as I say, it is sort of peak Euro group stage, sort of why I watch these tournaments. It feels like it's a different world to what we're used to in football these days with all the um, politics and all that sort of infighting and debates and talks about PSR and talks about VAR and all that sort of thing. And it's really great to just watch football for football's sake in a sense. And as I say, Arda Güler, we knew about him coming into the tournament. Quite a start to life at Real Madrid, as you would probably expect, given the level of quality that he has to contend with. But ended the season strongly. He's Turkey's talisman alongside Yilmaz and alongside Anadolu as well. Turkey also, I think, because of the disappointment of 3 years ago when lots of people backed them to be the dark horses, then they've come in with a point to prove, and they started really well. They dominated the ball. They were quick. They were moving it from side to side, and I think that's really great that they have Yilmaz and Gula on either side to help it work. They were able to spread the ball really well. It really worked excellently. They dominated over. They were dominant in the early stages, took the lead, and then when Georgia equalised, they started to find the ball a bit more. Kvaratskhelia is a player that can do something from nothing by himself. A little bit like Gareth Bale for Wales. It's not a player that you need to unlock. He's somebody who can create something for himself, create something for others. And he started to get on the ball a bit more. And Georgia, I thought, were good value for their draw at that stage. And then Gula scored the crucial goal before it was wrapped up with a breakaway at the end. But that goal by Gula was just absolutely superb. The curl, that for me is the goal of the tournament, despite the volley in the first half. And there's been some absolute crackers. This was the game of the tournament. Gula is going to be a superstar. Turkey have somebody who they can build around, and Turkey, I think, having it might be 3 years too late, but Turkey could be a team to watch going through this tournament. They've got a winnable group in terms of, I didn't think Portugal were that good. Czech Republic, did a number on them, and Portugal, a bit like France, and England, they laboured to their victory. They've got the quality, obviously. For Turkey, uh, this is a great start and a moment to put in the sand and say we're here to compete. We're going to be a nation that's gonna cause some problems. Onto Portugal, as I say, I think they're going to go far because of the quality they've got. They've got so much, a little bit like France. They've got so much stacked in the attacking uh, part of the pitch, but they've also got Ruben Diaz at the back and a good defensive structure as well. And Roberto Martinez, gets a lot of stick, and I can understand why to a degree because the way his team play, because they have to play Ronaldo up front, and it slows them down. They don't use themselves they don't play to their full potential because Ronaldo's in the team and he dictates the way that they do things. They have to go through him, and that's not great when you've got a player who doesn't have the pace and the dynamism anymore to make an impact. When you've got Rafael Leao who's up front with him, you've got Bernardo Silva, you've got Pedro Neto came off the bench and he's explosive. They've got so much pace and intensity and quality that they don't really have to play through Ronaldo anymore. Gonzalo Ramos in the World Cup 18 months ago scored a hat trick in the game that Ronaldo didn't play, and I thought that was a seminal moment for Portugal to really put the Ronaldo thing behind them. He's 39. You can't keep relying on him, despite no matter how clinical he can be in front of goal, no matter how big his star shines. I just think that Portugal are a better team without Cristiano Ronaldo in it, and that's been for me the case for pretty much most of the last 5 or 6 years. But they got over the line in the end. I think that Turkey game is going to be the game when they face Turkey is going to be really interesting because one team is incredibly energetic, incredibly intense. The other one just isn't, and that could be a really interesting game to watch. Thank you very much for joining me on this episode. I'll be back tomorrow for another one. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you then.